Death is not always the end for the Wood Elves of the Warhammer world. When they die, most individuals let their souls fade into the weave of Athel Loren. Many elves are eager to accept this fate, readily surrendering the worries and concerns of life to the forest. Some particularly determined or strong-willed spirits refuse to give up their trials and tribulations so easily, however. When such elves shed the mortal coil, their souls will animate piles of dead wood into new bodies so they can continue performing their duties. These creatures, neither completely elf nor forest spirit, are known as treekin. Treekin appear as twisted mimicries of the elven form made from fallen trees. Rather than exemplifying the peerless grace of their former lives, they are lumbering brutes of bark and sap. Their crooked maws glow with an eerie green light that seems to warn of nature's oncoming wrath. This is not in mockery of elves, but rather a function of their fuzzy grip on reality. The process of death and rebirth is a traumatic one, and going through it destroys most of an individual's memories of their prior lives. Even the strong personalities required to become a treekin in the first place are no protection against the amnesia of reincarnation. The loss of the physical form further diminishes their identities, as memories are intimately tied to the sensations of the body. Any memories that do manage to slip through the process are often fuzzy and confusing. As such, the treekin are unable to recall how to create a properly elven form. When combined with the innate limitations of using unworked wood to create a functional body, it should come as little surprise that treekin are routinely monstrous in appearance. Despite their limited memories, treekin will often find themselves drawn to places that were important to them in life. Sacred glades will have whole groves of treekin spring up around them, and some elves may find themselves guarded by treekin who were once their family or friends. While the forest spirits may not remember why they guard such places or people, this does not deter them from protecting their charges with all their oaken resilience. Beyond their self-appointed vigils, treekin rarely interact with the outside world. Immense changes can pass them by, seemingly without being noticed. When forced to speak with others, their voices sound hollow and distant, as if coming from another realm. They can be directed to take action, but rarely do so on their own. At times, however, their innate elven nature can manifest itself to an unusual degree. This is seen most clearly when Orion blows his horn to call the wild hunt. Uniquely among the forest spirits, they are eager to answer this call, striding forth to smash those in the hunt's path. When they march to war, it appears as if the forest itself has come to wild, thrashing life to punish interlopers and despoilers. Treekin are a force to be reckoned with in battle. They do not fear pain or death, as their body is immune to all forms of sensation, including suffering. Trolls, minotaurs, and other similarly sized monsters are much stronger than treekin, but the forest spirits are much more durable thanks to their thick bark and magical nature. Treekin will endure whatever the enemy throws at them before repulsing it with slow, methodical blows from their wooden fists. If slain again, they can simply inhabit another mass of fallen branches and trees. In that way, treekin are much like Athel Loren itself. They may sustain damage, but nothing can truly keep them down for long. In Total War Warhammer, treekin have an interesting spot on the Wood Elf roster. They're a slow, heavily armored monstrous infantry unit that basically can't deal damage. With 90 armor, 46 melee defense, charge defense against large, 20% physical resistance, and 15% missile resistance, killing them is incredibly difficult. But on the other hand, they're only as fast as most infantry units and have the killing power of a lone snotling. This is a bit of a hindrance in a very fast army. They take forever to kill even a unit of swordsmen, something which is decidedly not designed to kill or survive contact with a unit of monstrous infantry. They won't take any damage in the process, yes, but you can't count on them to kill anything in a timely fashion. Before the introduction of domination mode, that left treekin in a weird spot competitively. Now, however, they can be brought in Wood Elf armies with little trouble. They can act as heavy-duty anchor pieces on the control points, taking damage that would otherwise be directed into your squishy, more valuable elven units. Combined with the fact that their vanguard deployment counteracts their slow speed, you can usually bank on having at least one unit of treekin on a control point at all times. Also, if you want to make them a bit more dangerous, you can take the Wargrove of Woe version for 50 more gold. These treekin have 2 more melee attack and the Frenzy special ability, meaning they might have the ability to kill something once in a blue moon. I'm not entirely sure how useful this is in competitive play, but if you have some gold left over, they might be worth picking up. That brings us to the end of our overview of treekin. This is actually a bit of a preparatory episode, as the next two should, knock on wood, revolve heavily around a certain treekin character. You're probably not going to guess who it is. No, really, it's not Durthu. He's not a treekin, he's a tree man. Get that straight. Anyways, if you like learning about treekin, then may I suggest you leave a like or a comment down below. If you're feeling really crazy, you could also subscribe if you haven't already. The most of you have been really good about that, so thank you. I'll just take the time to say that now. I'm tapped for the time being though, so until next time, this has been Sigmar's Chosen, signing off for now.